What's up, geeks and gamers? My name is Drementfh, and welcome to Thorium Gaming. And it's time to get back into the Retribution, our attempts to unite the entirety of the Dawi Kingdom and the Dwarven Realms, and all the fun we've been having out in the east now, because we're fighting the orcs and goblins and a bunch of other people too. So, in the last little bit, we basically re-established the Knights of Caledor as a faction. They had one little spot up here, the Desolation in Nagash, and we started pushing in. We took Bone Gulch, we took the Fortress of Orag, the Ashridge Mountains, and Bitter Bay. Well, they took Bitter Bay, but we caught the main three for them and gave it back to them for a sizable amount of gold that we put towards some projects. Now, we are pushing with Furix towards Darkhold. Belegar Ironhammer's pushing east as well. We've got Glypius coming in to start fighting off everything as well. We are at war with a bunch of orc and goblin tribes, so we've got to deal with them pretty quick here. And we do have a orc and goblin army right here. They might go after Mount Silverspear. We should be able to take care of that with Belegar this turn, though, so we're going to do that. Meanwhile, out in the west here, Joneth Drakbeard and Niclaus our two intrepid heroes, have been dealing with the Skaven. We took Skaven Blight, and that is a major blow towards those Retkin bastards. We're going to have to deal with them still and completely get rid of them. Well, we're going to get hardened armor there. I love runesmiths for the dwarven armies. We are still dealing with the plague, so one more turn and we'll be able to start healing up. We're just trying to stick close to Skaven Blight because then we have a lot of sacrificial units that we can use in case Queek Headtaker or Icked Claw come after us. Though it's a bunch of Skaven slaves, so we shouldn't be too worried. We've got a lot of Oath Gold now, and we're starting to build up some more armies. But we've got to do a lot. We still have a ton of stuff to do. I know I'm kind of rambling right now, but I'll get to the point. We have our short victory. We're going towards the long victory, and we might go towards the campaign victory if we can. But the big thing is make our dwarven buddies in the expedition and Karak Kadrin on our side, and we can keep pushing. So let's get down to it finally. Belegar Ironhammer, go after Garsnag Brainbasha. Wipe out that orc and goblin army. We'll take the old gold in the treasury. Get a lot more stuff. And we'll move out. Now, Mount Silverspear is a good little place that is starting to build up some troops for us. Not that we need really much from them anymore. We could get a ranger's hut here. We don't have too many rangers or rangers with great weapons or Bugman's rangers anywhere on the field. So, yeah, we'll use Mount Silverspear as a place for that, and we'll also get the quarry, and we're going to start trying to get some more gold popping up. Joneth isn't going to do anything because he's still got to heal.
Yes.
Niclaus, we want to get you moving, but we want to get you over here. Joneth not going to do anything. Thogrim. Now, Thogrim's in a position where we could take Ruin's End. Can we get anything decent for infantry? We could go for some cavalry because we get silver helms with shields, but that would take 2 turns. I don't really want Kugath to come back. Now his plague is ending in 1 turn, so we'll leave him there for right now. And what can we do in a single turn? We can get 1 more unit of dwarf warriors. Joneth, we're ignoring you. Grimaldus, we had you coming in towards Karak 8 Peaks to start getting some really good infantry and other things. You've got a pretty decent army as is, but we'll just make it better. We'll get Brass Lung this turn. Furix will upgrade your characters here, your Runesmith, and your Master Engineer. Baragvar Handshake, which works for us.
It is time.
And we can take the Darkhold. More decisive victories across the board. So let's occupy it.
Ready.
Darkhold's definitely in our favor now. And then we got the Black Fortress, which is going to be hard to take, and the Sentinels. But we can lay siege to them and handle it pretty good. Furix, we'll get you the last point Axe Lord. We'll keep coming out here because it's just easier to figure out where I am in the list. Rune of Grimnir there.
Summon me if you
And
dare.
break open the casks. We'll get that so he can start doing more for his army. That's going to let us do a lot of stuff. Let's check our diplomacy.
It's a sword.
King Lewin Leoncoeur.
We can probably get a military access pact on the next turn with King Lewin.
You are not him.
We don't want to do anything with the followers of Nagash until we're ready to wipe them out. So we'll probably take the west part here. Skaven don't have too much left. Let's let the other nations go, and we'll see what they do. It'd be nice to get Corona as a full ally. We're starting to steamroll, which is good. The Orcs and Goblins and the followers of Nurgle are really entrenched in the east here. And Gimgors Ardboyz are definitely the kind of front runners for strength right now. Pretty sure they're #1 overall. We'll give them fire. Alright. So before we do anything else, let's go to our quick deals.
I am the blood of... Let the supplicant come forward. Very well.
We'll let
The Warden of Tor.
our
By the
reputation
light-
with him go up.
Let's fight.
Alright, so Belagar, Ironhammer. You hit level 50, you can get your last rank in Mentor, which means our other other heroes of your type are going to go up. Now, what do we want to take here? It's Mount Silver Spear, and the Grey Hag is the one we want, because it was next up on our list. So we'll move here, we'll take it next turn. That's a lot of Quarrelers with great weapons. Save the coin there, I think.
For the
Now,
wisdom
Glippy has a
of the
fairly
layer.
decent army.
Who art born? Unto
We'll send
glory
you down
to the
after the beastmen.
ancestors. Let us begin.
Joneth, we don't want you doing anything right now, and one more turn until Niclaus no longer has the plague.
Quick says no.
And then we'll take Tobero from them when those armies are
One run.
healed up. You no longer have the plague.
Aye, it will better our cause.
Take the decisive victory and occupy Ruin's End.
Good. Grimnir's axe thirsts. Retake
We'll look
the
at taking
realm.
some more casualty replenishment. Could get Rally for him. He is level 34 right now. Got the grudge against Chaos. Now let's get Blade Shield, make him slightly better that way. And for Emmy, get Foe Seeker. Help us out.
Ready? Yes.
You've got a lot of infantry, you've got a lot of other things. You should start healing up. It's going to be a few turns till Thogrim's ready. Furix, you are in position right now to start moving towards
As the High King commands.
the Black Fortress. I don't know if the Knights of Calidor are going to take it or not,
These lads, we move.
but we're going to move him out there. If his army gets knocked out, that is actually fine by me.
Onward.
Imric's got a pretty decent army, and he's actually hired some of our miners, which is kind of cool.
Relish this chance to look upon your better.
And we're still improving with them. We can't do anything else because we're all allied up. We are military allies with the Knights of Calidor, so that's good. Alright, let's go to Furix and go over to our next lord after that. Belagar himself can't go much further, but we want to leave him there so he can kind of regenerate some of his units. Glypius is done. Sparks. I completely forgot that we had him up in the mountains. Now he's got some infantry and some quarrelers. I think we're just going to give him one more of each. And then we'll start moving him up through these mountains towards the World's Edge Archway and bring him down to help out as well. Joneth, we don't want you doing anything. Grimaldis, you're almost at Carricate Peaks, and then we can start building you up.
Summon me if you
Niclaus,
dare.
we'll let you heal up. Because you've got the plague for one more turn, and you'll be fine. And we might as well put Black Iron Mine up. Let's let the other nations go and see what's up. And Pig Barter's got an army in it now. This nice pestilent garden of Nurgle. Wow, I can talk today. It's great. I blame it on the gold. That's what I'm gonna do. And it looks like our friends in the western provinces are coming in. I don't know if we're going to be taking that or not. Alright, so we got mastercrafted weapons, which helps. Alright, so let's go in here first. We were going down towards all of this area. Get Grimnir's favor, but that's pretty expensive. Rune-bearing weapons. Yes, we want those. Alright, so Belegar Ironhammer. Let's get you in, dig Mount Greyhag.
What?
Get that up. Where'd that beastman army go?
For the wisdom of Valea. Let us be about this.
We'll follow it down. Asclepius can take it.
Do you take me for
Alright, we can't get Mentor here yet. But we can start working on like Blade Shield and everything else. Now, Joneth, you have 17 units in your army. Got hammers. We could get you a couple of units of Iron Breakers. That finishes off your elite infantry line. Got 2 cannons and a grudge thrower, so let's actually go with 3 of those. And then in 2 turns, you should be able to move out, and by then, Niclaus' army should be almost up to snuff. So we'll get the ammunition for his army.
My axe thirsts for war.
The Great Grudge Bearer himself can't make it all the way up to there. It's just Nurglings. Pop him out, put him into a camp stance, and start moving him towards Pig Barter. That'll be fine.
Anad,
Greatest of the Dragon Princes.
by the grudge bearer's will.
We're going to lay siege here on the Black Fortress so that we don't sacrifice too many units. And hopefully Imeric's army will help, because it looks like they took on the fortress and lost. So that's fine there.
Time for a reckoning.
Grimaldis, our man doing his
For the
thing.
wisdom
Get
of
you
the
in
land.
here, and we'll be able to start getting you some elite infantry next turn.
Summon me if you dare.
And Sparks. Now, it's going to be faster to give you... No, we can just move you over the Pillars of
Forwards.
Grungy, hop you over here, and then possibly look at the Great Green Prophet, because, wow, he's all the way up there, and looks like he's fighting Karakurt Drin.
Aye up.
Alright, so that does that. And we are out of coin, so it doesn't really help us there.
You have my hammer.
The Tower of Goroth is the main facility for that area, so if we take our army around, we can start working towards there, we can start working towards here. Alright, everything is coming up Millhouse right now. We're doing pretty good. Not too worried. It looks like the Nurgling is falling back, which definitely works in our favor.
By my hammer, I should slay you where you stand.
Tic-tac-toe. They've ended their non-aggression pact with us, which is fine. They're over in the Southlands. Oh, their armies came over to fight, so we might be able to just knock them out, because Niclaus was right next to our city. Yeah, if they're going to sally out, we'll sacrifice one unit of hammers to take the Black Fortress. That will cripple the orcs in this area and give us a major advantage going forward. Like, huge advantage. Raid prevented, control, or... let's go with that for now. Archaon the Ever-Chosen was discovered. Okay, he's all the way up there. Not really something we got to worry about. Alright, Belegar Ironhammer. We got 2 armies coming in from the north. Are they elite armies? No, they're mostly crap. But we still can't let them roam free, so we're going to send you up to intercept them.
Moving out. Belegar Ironhammer.
Alright, we kind of chased the beastmen out of the main area here. They can't do anything down there. Let's get Glippy to come up towards Belegar and help out there. Sparks, we should be able to get you moving.
Aye.
Grimaldus. Now we can start getting you some really good units. Let's see, we've got 5,000 gold. Let's get you a couple of units of cannon and a couple of units of hammerers. That should do just fine for now. Alright, Magnus Blackbeard is back on the board, so let's get him running up towards where the orcs and goblins are going to be.
What orders?
Now, Niclaus, you had to retreat because this was no good for us. Put you back into a camp stance.
Will be settled. Ha ha.
Alright, we got one more turn before you can sally out to do anything. So many heroes around there that are built up. It's almost worth delaying the extra turn, but not quite.
To vengeance.
Thogrim Grudgebearer. Pigbarter's defenses are pretty high, so we're just going to move you up here.
Let's march.
Can you get anything in a single turn that would be worthwhile? We have lots on the front line, got lots on the rear. Can't afford hammers, which sucks. Let's get you some longbeards with great weapons. That'll be fine for now.
To war.
Furix did a good job here and leveled up, so let's get him the Rune of Grimnir and Scarred Veteran. His Runesmith can get both of the next upgrades for armor and weapons. And you, my friend, can get Rune of Grimnir and Hand Loaded. We'll finish you off there. Now the Sentinels are unguarded, and we kind of want to slot this all out. Furix lost a unit of hammerers and some other stuff. We're going to let him heal up for a turn.
Let us begin.
So he's fine. And that takes us back to Belegar Ironhammer. Alright, let's let the other nations go and see what ends up happening. We're definitely hammering the Poxmakers and Nurgle. I'd love to take that whole little island chain, but... join war against Puppets of Misrule and the USAC for 5,000 coin. You know what? We'll do it. We're already trying to build up our reputation with the Western provinces anyway. The more forces of order that we have on our side, the better off we'll be. And Niclaus got chased back again, which is fine. We can sally forth with Joneth on the next turn with all those elite units, and it should allow us to stomp the Skaven that are around Skaven Blight, and then we can take the forces that we have to Toboro and push them back even further. Alright, Spirits of Shanlin are gone. Alright, so they've muddled one of our mines. Okay. Exactly what that means, but we'll find out soon, I'm sure.
Yes. As the High King commands. Zolrikas! I'm gone.
Alright, so Joneth's army is ready here.
Let us begin.
This runesmith is ready. Let's get sharpened weapons. And Niclaus, we're going to pull you in right tight to the buildings.
For the wisdom of Valea.
And we will chase that army back.
To war. Forwards. To war. Ready axes. My axe thirsts for war. Onward, move.
Alright, so they basically came full on at us. They got a lot of Skaven slaves, so I'm not too worried about it.
My king acts.
Now, you are still in a position where we need to worry about it.
Ready axes.
It's a decisive victory, we'll take it. And now the Delta is ours. Do we have the ability to get... Yes, we do. We'll toss that in there right now. The Shrine to Grimnir. Toss that in, and we'll toss that in. It should allow us to do a lot with Thorgrim's army. Get him obdurate this time. And for Emmy, we will get Scarred Veteran. Awesome. 6 turns remaining on the Plague there.
One rug.
And we'll start looking towards getting all of this up.
Time for a reckoning.
We've only got the Ekron Miners as a regiment of renown, but we can put them in.
The axe thirsts for war.
And let Furix go over here and see if we can stall them here a little bit. Or just take the place, that works too.
A nod.
And now that province is totally under our control.
Aye.
The Orcs and Goblins have been pushed back. Obdurate this time.
To war.
And let's get the Rune of Wrath and Ruin.
Let us begin.
And the last thing, a hand loaded for this engineer, and then we'll be able to start doing more. Now the Demon Stump and everything is up ahead of us. Flayed Rock is all right for the picking. We have taken a big chunk out of Grimgor Ironhide's forces. If we can take these 2 armies on, it'll be great.
The axe thirsts for
Sparks
war.
does have has Rich with him, so we'll get Ancestral Grudge.
Time for a reckoning.
We'll jump you up towards the World's Edge Archway, and hopefully it's not too bad with Skaven. We'll see what happens at Mount Gunbad. Might have to pull him back a little bit.
By the
Now,
king's
Ahriman, let's get you moving.
Forwards.
We have 975 left. That might be enough to get us
What?
another unit for Grimaldus's army. It doesn't have a lot of archers yet. Can we even pick up Quarrelers there? Doesn't look like it, but we'll take Quarrelers with great weapons from the global recruitment. And we'll let the other nations go and see what happens. They have some major armies down there. We might have to worry about that. Niclaus just got dropped, which sucks. We're not joining that war. So we're going to rebuild Niclaus's army here in a sec. But Joneth's army should be able to handle the Skaven that are there. It's bad when we can't reinforce our troops. That's the one thing the Skaven have going for them, is their lightning attacks. So Niclaus is going to get rebuilt up in a place where we can get him a lot of forces.
Very well. I will do as you ask. Setting forth. It is time. Move.
And Glippy, we're going to get you leveled up. Got 3 levels off that.
Wisdom of Valea.
Second point in Mentor, and
Summon
Joneth
me if you
Drakbeard.
dare. Yes. Time to
Joneth and his elites will take on that army and just slaughter them.
The axe thirsts for war.
That will be the deciding factor against the
Let us
Skaven.
begin.
We'll be able to just deal with them now. Now, Joneth has Grimnir's heirs and all of that. We could get bonuses for the Longbeards, Dwarf Warriors. It doesn't really affect much there, so we'll get him a point in Purebeard for right now.
Ready.
Daneth, I think we're working on Blade Shield with you, because the first point in Mentor comes at rank 30.
What?
Same sort of thing here. And then we'll go in here and we'll find a lord that looks pretty much right. Aggressive, maybe? Yeah, I'll go with the aggressive. And this will be the reformed Niclaus. Now he's going to be an Oathkeeper. Let's get him the baseline stuff. We're going to start you off with a couple of units of Hammers, Quarrelers with great weapons, and a cannon. And we're going to get a organ gun in here. And we're going to want a runesmith.
The runes are ready.
And we're going to want a master engineer.
Aye, lad, what can I do? What needs to be done? Aye, it is time. Take the
And
realm.
Thogrim's army. Emmy leveled up, so we'll get Scarred Veteran there. Now, what we do have to worry about is the Poxmakers and Nurgle do tend to go across the water, so we might just have to watch out for that. And, wow, it looks like the western provinces are going after Shattered Stone Bay and all of that.
Lad,
So we're actually going to let Thogrim's army regen a little bit.
onward.
And Furix, your runesmith is ready. Let's get the last point in there. And for your master engineer, requisition and triangulation. And we're going to send you
For
off
the
towards the
wisdom
Demon Stone.
of Valea. Yes. Ready. I answer to clan and hold.
Alright, so Arimanius has pretty much all of those that we could want. We'll give him Wanderer because it just seems to fit what we're doing with him.
Using guild routes. Aye.
And
The throng agrees.
we'll send Sparks down here.
Time
Easy
for a
colonization.
reckoning. The axe thirsts for war.
Get that built up, and if we're able to, we got the money for it right now. Let's get some more units into his army. Now we've got normal Dwarf Warriors and Quarrelers. What do we got for artillery? Let's get a couple of cannons in there. That'll be fine. Black Iron Mine, let's get the iron production in, and we'll upgrade it fully. Do some upgrading as we go along. Akendorf we can finally level up, which is going to be big for us, and we'll let the other nations go, and we'll see how it's going. With the expansion we've been seeing, though, it's pretty good. Yeah, we'll take that, actually, and we'll rebuild Belegar's army. Should be able to just take that citadel now, and we'll be able to get some reinforcements in to build up his army with some more hammerers. Alright, so we've got the master crafted and rune-bearing weapons. Interchangeable parts would be good. We're going to need volley fire, which means we're going to need ammunition wagons for that.
The Karagay pigs! Iron armor!
And that works just fine right there. Let's hold off on running around and spending all our money.
Lun's air.
Ah, that's what Muddled Minds is. Reduces their movement speed. Now, let's get a couple more units of hammers. And actually, just make it 3 units of hammers. Or better yet, 2 of iron breakers. So he's stuck there for 3 turns, but that's fine.
For the wisdom of Valea.
Clippy's fine. The Joneth Drakbeard. Go take Tobero, would ya?
Let us begin.
Tobero is now under our control. The last one there is Magritta. And we can take on the Herdstone as well. So Joneth, you've been doing good. Level 40 allows you to get the next rank in Mentor.
Onward.
You've been doing so much on this front that it's been amazing to see.
Time for a reckoning. For
Of course, with that many heroes, you're doing pretty good.
Aha! Get these cannons moving! It shall be done for the wisdom of Valea.
Alright, let's get Deadeye, as we always do with our engineers. With our runesmith, we're going to go with Ancestral Grudge for this round. Another turn on the hammerers. We can start a couple of units of iron breakers. And an organ gun. Thogrim.
Axe thirsts.
Yeah, the western provinces are pushing into the islands, which works for us. We can leave them to deal with that. Which means we can start going up towards Frayed Rock. Now, no matter where we go in here, this is a swamp. It's going to be tough going, so let's just start moving out in camp stance.
Summon me if you dare.
Or armor for our troops.
The axe thirsts for war.
And we'll take the Demon Stump.
What? One rug.
Your army is not entirely complete. Let's get a couple of units of great weapons. You have tons of cannons, so that works out in your favor. And while we're here, next rank is Scarred Veteran.
Anad.
Sharpen weapons.
Let us
And
begin.
get an Ancestral Grudge, because that should help us out now.
For the
Sparks up in
wisdom
the mountains.
of
Get you another point in Axe Lord. And Rich. Get you your next point in training.
Valea. Time for a reckoning. Beards
And what we
and
can do
belts.
is we can go in and trade.
Our kin have come. Fetch the brewmaster. We drink.
We want to trade the Archway.
Very well.
Kind of a cheesy thing to do. But it works out for us.
Ready.
Sparks' army is not that great right now.
Time for a reckoning.
Alright, Grimaldus, you have some longbeards, some hammers, some cannons, and we are down one unit of quarrelers with great weapons. So let's grab you one more unit of them. Equal things. Oh, that's going to be 4 turns. Because I got other things up on the global. Let's actually grab a couple of units of Ironbreakers and a organ gun. We'll see about getting some heroes into your
With the
army.
line. Onward.
Most notably, Master Engineer.
Ready to do the guild's bidding. Get our wheels, lad.
And a runesmith if we can get one in there. Let's go with Ancestral Blood
You
Valea.
summon me. Arcane winds under control.
Send you into that army.
An accord bound by runic law.
Can't afford to assassinate anything there, but we'll get him close just in case for the next turn. And then we'll let the other nations go and see what they're able to do with their turn. Okay, and so they've decided to move off and get destroyed. Okay. Oh, they sacked the high place. Never mind.
No.
Now the real question is do we still have? Because we have both suits of armor out. Star metal plate. Alaric's armor. Let's start all the way in the west. And that's Lord Croak. Nice.
To war.
Hopefully you don't get ambushed on the way. But we want you to take out the last stronghold of the Skaven.
Send me to vengeance.
Thogrim Grudgebearer, we want to get you up towards Flayed Rock, so we're just going to let you go on your way.
The axe thirsts for war.
Clippy, let's toss you into a camp stance. And a couple of great weapon longbeards. And some quarrelers to even your army out. Now, we might as well start moving you towards the Gates of Jar. We're going to go up through the former Chaos Dwarf territories.
Summon me if you dare. Mork says no. They will die by my axe.
That is a critically successful assassination.
For the wisdom of Valea.
Howling Rock doesn't look too bad. I think Sparks' army can handle it. Let's move slightly closer, and that's why you only move a little bit. So we'll pull back a little bit. Eastern Border Princes. Not looking too great over here. We get the Barley Field, though. It should help us out, and get Medorca up. How's Niclaus doing? We may not even need to send Niclaus down there. We might just be able to bump him up or down. We could even send them out on an expedition down to the jungles, or send them south to the lands down here. Or send them out to Ulthuan. We don't really know what's going on up there. So, we'll see. We'll see. We don't want to upgrade any more buildings. Just let the other nations go. Got a little bit left before we're done for this week. There's lots that we gotta do. Lots and lots and lots and lots and lots. Some major superpowers are emerging, though. Now, I am tempted to do a couple of Let's Plays for the next little bit, because Ooh, the Disciples of Shooter gun. I've been wanting to do another game series, so I'm thinking about doing a cyberpunk one. Definitely not going to be for children, so that'll be coming up soon. We'll get volley fire here. But I was also thinking about doing a full-on, we are going to capture every settlement in the world playthrough for Total War. Don't know what faction I want to do that with yet, because I want to do one that is actually capable of capturing places. So not the Warriors of Chaos or any of that sort of stuff. Close victory. Let's grab a couple of war machines. So once Magritta's done, that's fine. Then we can take Montanus and maybe
Attend your king.
Nuja. Depends on what we want to do. Alright, so Glippy, you ain't got much to do right now.
For clan honor, unto glory. For the
Send you over here for right now. And Furix, you can take the gates of Jar. And the Wolflands are now under our control. Makes life a little bit easier. Belagar, we got one more turn, and we can send you up with Sparks as your backup. Glippy, you can come in and reinforce Furix. Let's go Grimnir's heirs again with you, because that's probably going to do us the most.
If you dare.
We've got all the sharpened weapons. Let's get Forge Fire for increased rune production, and requisition, more ammunition for our artillery and everything. We got lots of armies up here. Alright, Grimaldus is looking good. His army could use a little bit more, though. We got some Ironbreakers, we got some Hammers, we got some Longbeards. He needs Quarrelers, is what he needs. We don't have a place here that actually has Quarrelers, so we're going to have to wait. There's a lot of global recruitment. But in the meantime, I think we're going to get him moving towards where the combat is.
Let us begin.
Did they move their army down? They did. Do we even have raiding stance? We do.
The throng agrees.
Alright, so Niclaus, you're getting... We're going to do increased mobility this time. You've got a lot of troops. You got a strong, solid front line. Let's get you a couple more units of Quarrelers with great weapons, because they're pretty solid. Let's go over to the war machines. We're going to get you a couple of cannons and another organ gun. Arimagnus, you still have a chance to assassinate, so we'll do that.
Not by me. It is agreed.
Alright, well, we might as well get you Relentless, make you faster, because you're kind of our wanderer here. Get that in there. We'll save the rest of the money that we have for right now. Let the other nations go, and we'll see how it falls out here. Thogrim's going to be moving for a few turns over to Flayed Rock, and then he's going to go up into the mountains and start dealing with the greenskins up there. That inadvertently ticked off a grudge, which is good for us. I swear I can talk, it's just I'm not thinking too clearly today, so we'll see how it goes. Oh, Furix is gonna lose here. That is okay after a fashion. And Joneth goes down finally. We're going to get him back up, get another army moving in there, but he will come back up with a much stronger army. Does that let us get those weapons back? Starbreaker and armor's already out there still.
No trophies today.
Alright, so let's get Joneth back up. We're gonna pick... I was hoping for Grimnir. Oh, Joneth Drakbeard is not completely dead. We can get him back up in a few turns here. But let's get a temporary army
I'm ready.
to start recruiting an army for him.
I'll cast the runes.
So you're going to want to start getting 2 of those and 2 of those to start off Joneth's army.
Lord of
He'll
Clan
come back in.
Morgrim.
We don't have any Master Engineer ability there, but we can go over here and get a Master Engineer. Don't want aggressive, fleet-footed, maybe. Let's get
Ready to do
Delric.
the guild's bidding.
And we get a rune
Master of Rune.
smith over here.
You summoned me.
That works there.
King.
Now with Furix down, doesn't help us too much.
As the High King commands. We march. Zulrikas. Let's go.
And of course they'll retreat.
Get at me, Ed.
Do we have
So
enough? We
what?
do not have enough range to
Beards
get back in
and belts.
contact there. We are going to need another strong army, however.
Of Valea.
Because Wurzag's coming in here and it's not going to do us any good.
Aye, grudges will be settled. Let us be about this.
Alright, so where is Grimaldus?
Let
There
us
he is.
begin. My axe thirsts for war. Wanrag.
Can we get any more units here? We can get the Quarrelers he's missing. And we can get him a couple more units of Longbeards. He's got a good artillery train with him. Grab a couple of units of Thunderers, then his army will be good.
Onwards.
Ahriman, we kind of need you to knock out another character here.
Nine.
It does not help us at all. Upgrade Carrick 8 Peaks. Save the last of the cash that we got. We're going to give it a couple more turns.
Ivris.
Or at least one more.
Sigmar be
King Luke.
Kislev. You may, Shan Urson. Go.
Alright, we'll get some money in there. We don't want that. Fine. Alright, so hopefully we don't have to retreat from the center here. We'll see what goes on. We'll let it go. We might have to pull back and lose all the spaces east of the mountains. But I'm okay with that. It'd be nice if the Knights of Caledor finally pulled their ears out of their helmets and gave us a hand. That's the war host of Jar declaring war, so we're at war with them too. We'll give it one more turn, and that will be that for the week. I do not want a military alliance with you. The Skaven are building back up, but they don't have a lot. It is a capital building, so they could have some forces there. A Pyrrhic victory. You know what? We'll take it. Wipe out a whole bunch of orcs and goblins. Yeah, I've expected that. Mount Silverspear has been lost, but that is fine. Kind of expected it to happen. We can build up forces, aka Grimaldus can come in and just handle it. so this is going to be the last turn for the week.
One rug!
Alright, let's get Emmy leveled up.
For the Karazhan Corps.
And I suddenly have the hiccups. Alright, we'll take Flayed Rock.
Retake the realms!
Flayed Rock can really become a hub for us out here.
Onward!
And Deadly Onslaught, so that helps us out there. Glippy's over there, we can get him a level in a minute.
Grimnir's axe thirsts.
Get the Rune of Grimnir for Grimaldus, and Scarred Veteran ×2, plus Foe Seeker for Glippy.
Iron hammer.
Alright, so we're in a situation right now where we kind of want to just hold position.
Thirsts for war. Move. Summon me.
Glippy doesn't have much in the way of forces left, but being here, we can get him a bunch of troops to reinforce him.
One rag. Kill. For clan honor. What?
Alright, I'll get you another point in Relentless, because you are our
Wisdom of the
worldly dwarf. Let's get increased mobility and Dead Eye for the Master Engineer in Grimaldus' army.
Summon me if
Can't start getting these yet, so let's get Ancestral Grudge.
My
And Grimaldus, your army is pretty good, so we're going to head you up here and possibly throw down with the Great Green Prophet, but he's got Arachnarok Spiders.
The dragon shall wake.
Anad.
Now, Sparks, we've done pretty good keeping you alive, so let's continue to do that. Howling Rock has some forces in it. Can't quite make it up towards Mount Gunbad. The Desolation of Drakkenmore is possibly doable.
Wisdom of the layer.
So we're just going to send him up towards the Silver Pinnacle and hope for the best there. Now, Niclaus. Break open the casks. I know we need to do both, but let's get your hardened armor. You've got 16 out of 20. You've got your hammers, you've got your rune breakers, you've got your quarrelers, and a big artillery train. Let's get a bunch of grumbling old guys. And that will complete your army.
Ready to do the guild's bidding. Go it then! To war!
You summoned me. An accord bound by runic law.
Alright, this should be pretty decent. Still maxed out there, but let's see if we can start getting you more here. Our artillery, we want a couple of cannons, because that'll do the best for us in this army. And the rest is going to be elite troops. So we're going to want 2 more units of hammers, and we're going to want a lot of quarrelers with great weapons as well. Alright, so that'll take care of the next couple of turns for his army. And I think that's where we're going to leave it for now. We're going to lose Tobero, but that's fine. He's got a lot of Chaos Spawn, a lot of monsters, so we'll deal with it.
Armed and ready.
So we still got one more hero coming in. We're going to have some artillery after that. This might be an infantry and only army, but that's where we're going to leave it for this week, guys. If you liked the video, please consider hitting that like button. If you'd like to join up with the 232, join me in this or other Let's Plays, just hit that subscribe button and make sure you turn your notifications on so you don't miss when a new video comes out. And remember, guys, life is a game, so play to win. And until next time, take care.